What's up, wrestling fanatics? Welcome back to Suplex Rumble, the place where we break down the biggest moments, the most shocking twists, and the stories that keep us glued to our screens every single week. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell because you do not want to miss a single second of wrestling history. Tonight, we're diving deep into one of the most jaw-dropping moments from this week's Monday Night Raw. January 19, 2026 will go down as the night that friendship died, trust was shattered, and the women's division was turned completely upside down. I'm talking about Natayla's brutal, calculated, and absolutely shocking betrayal of Maxxine Dupri during what should have been Maxxine's moment of glory against the legendary Becky Lynch. But before we get into the carnage that unfolded, let's set the stage, because context is everything in professional wrestling. Maxxine Dupri has been on an absolute tear these past few months. Remember when she was primarily known for her association with Alpha Academy? Well, those days are long gone. Maxxine has transformed herself into a legitimate contender in the women's division, racking up impressive victories and proving to everyone that she's not just an athlete, she's a warrior. Her evolution has been nothing short of phenomenal. We've watched her improve in the ring week after week, showing incredible technical ability, surprising power, and a never-say-die attitude that's earned the respect of fans worldwide. Now, Becky Lynch, the man herself, has been absolutely dominant as champion. We're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, a Grand Slam champion, a trailblazer who literally changed the landscape of women's wrestling forever. Becky doesn't just defend titles, she defines eras. When it was announced that Maxxine Dupri would get her shot at Becky Lynch's championship, the WWE Universe was electric. This was Maxxine's opportunity to prove she belongs in the main event picture. This was her chance to shock the world. But here's where it gets interesting, and where Natayla enters our story. For weeks leading up to this match, Natayla had been in Maxxine's corner, not just as a mentor, but as a friend. The daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, member of the legendary Hart family, third-generation superstar Natayla has been around everything in this business. She's seen it all, done it all, and won it all. Natayla was coaching Maxxine, giving her advice, helping her prepare for the biggest match of her career. They were training together, appearing together, and from everything we could see, they had built a genuine bond of trust and respect. The Hart dynasty's finest seem to have found a new protege in Maxxine Dupri. So Monday Night Raw arrives, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric. The crowd in the arena is buzzing because they know they're about to witness something special. Championship matches have a different energy, a different feeling, and this one had all the ingredients for an instant classic. Maxxine Dupri makes her entrance, and you can see it in her eyes, she's ready. She's got that look of determination, that fire that separates the good from the great. And right there beside her, in her corner, is Natayla, the veteran, the mentor, the friend. Then, the man comes out. Becky Lynch's entrance is always a spectacle, and as champion, she carries herself with that confidence that only comes from being at the absolute top of the industry. She's faced everyone, beaten everyone, and she's making it clear through her body language that tonight won't be any different. The bell rings, and these two women absolutely go at it. Maxxine comes out aggressive, using her speed and athleticism to try to overwhelm the champion early. She's hitting dropkicks, arm drags, keeping Becky off balance. The crowd is getting behind her, and you can feel the momentum building. Natayla at ringside is encouraging her, shouting instructions, slapping the mat to rally both Maxxine and the fans. But Becky Lynch didn't become champion by accident. The man starts to take control, using her experience and ring IQ to slow down Maxxine's pace. She's working over the arm, setting up for the devastating disarmor submission that's made so many superstars tap out. She's methodical, she's brutal, and she's reminding everyone why she's the champion. The match is going back and forth, Maxxine showing incredible resilience, kicking out of pin attempts, fighting out of submission holds, showing heart that's making the crowd absolutely erupt. There are near falls that have everyone on the edge of their seats. Becky hits a big exploder suplex, Maxxine kicks out at 2. Maxxine connects with a beautiful tornado DDT, Becky kicks out. This is the performance of Maxxine Dupri's life. She's hanging with the best in the business, and even Becky Lynch is showing visible signs of frustration because this challenger won't stay down. And this is where everything changes. This is the moment that will be replayed for years. Maxxine has Becky rocked. She hits a devastating combination that sends the champion stumbling into the corner. The crowd is going crazy because they can sense it. We might be about to see a new champion. Maxxine is measuring Becky up, she's calling for her finishing move, the moment is right there. Maxxine charges in, but Becky moves at the last second. Both women are down, the referee is checking on them, and this is where Natayla makes her move at ringside. She's reaching under the ring, and the crowd is confused because, wait, is she getting a weapon? Is she going to help Maxxine? What's happening? Natayla pulls out a steel chair. The referee is still focused on the competitors in the ring. Becky Lynch is pulling herself up using the ropes on one side, Maxxine is doing the same on the other side where Natayla is positioned. The Queen of Hearts slides the chair into the ring, and for a split second, everyone thinks, okay, she's giving Maxxine a weapon, she's helping her win. But then, Maxxine turns around, sees the chair, looks at Natayla with confusion, and that's when it happens. Natayla grabs Maxxine's ankle from outside the ring. She yanks her down. Maxxine's face smashes into the mat, and before anyone can process what's happening, Natayla slides into the ring, picks up that steel chair, and the look on her face, it's cold, it's calculated, it's merciless. Crack! Natayla blasts Maxxine across the back with that chair. The sound echoes through the entire arena. The crowd goes from cheering to complete shock. People are standing up, hands on their heads, unable to believe what they're witnessing. But Natalia's not done. She's not finished. She drops the chair, pulls Maxxine up, and delivers a devastating heart attack clothesline right onto the steel chair. Maxxine is out cold. The referee is calling for the bell because this match is over, but the damage, both physical and emotional, is just beginning. Natayla rolls out of the ring, grabs the chair again, and slides back in. Security is rushing down the ramp, but Natayla gets in one more vicious chair shot across Maxxine's back before they can stop her. The Queen of Hearts is screaming, she's furious, she's unleashing months of pent-up rage. And then she grabs a microphone. The arena is in absolute chaos, but everyone goes silent because they need to hear why. They need to understand what just happened. Natayla is standing over the broken body of Maxxine Dupri, breathing heavily, chair still in hand, and she says, "You want to know why? You want to know why? I am a heart. I am third generation. I have spent 20 years in this business, giving everything I have, bleeding for this company, carrying on the legacy of the greatest wrestling family in history. And what do I get? What do I get?" The emotion is pouring out of her. This isn't just anger, this is years of frustration. I get to be forgotten. I get to play mentor while people like her get opportunities that should be mine. I'm tired of watching everyone else get handed title shots while I'm expected to just smile, train the next generation, and fade into the background. The man? Becky Lynch gets to be the man. I am the Queen of Hearts. This division was built on the backs of the Hart family, and I'm done being overlooked. She throws the microphone down on Maxxine's body and storms up the ramp while medical staff rushes to check on Maxxine. Becky Lynch is still in the ring, and even she looks stunned by what just transpired. The champion just retained her title by disqualification, but nobody's talking about that. Everyone is talking about Natalia's shocking heel turn. The cameras focus on Maxxine being helped to the back, clearly in pain, clearly devastated not just physically but emotionally. Her mentor, her friend, just destroyed her in the biggest moment of her career. And as Raw goes to commercial, we see Natayla at the top of the ramp, no remorse on her face, just cold determination and rage. Let's break down what this means for the landscape of Monday Night Raw, because this changes everything. First, from a storytelling perspective, this is brilliant. Natayla has been a face, a good guy, for so long that fans almost forgot how dangerous she can be as a villain. But here's the thing, everything she said in that promo, there's truth in it. The Hart family is legendary. Natayla is one of the most accomplished women in WWE history, and she has been overlooked in recent years while newer stars have gotten opportunities. This is what we call a sympathetic heel turn. Yes, what Natayla did was despicable and cowardly, but her motivations make sense. The best villains aren't evil for evil's sake, they're people who feel wronged, who have legitimate grievances, and who make the choice to achieve their goals through ruthless means. For Maxxine Dupri, this creates an incredible character-building opportunity. She just experienced betrayal at the hands of someone she trusted completely. This kind of storyline can forge a babyface, a hero, in the fires of adversity. We've seen it before with legends like Daniel Bryan, like Kofi Kingston, like Becky Lynch herself. The sympathetic underdog who gets screwed over but fights back with heart and determination. And let's not forget about Becky Lynch in all this. She's still champion, but her victory is completely overshadowed. Does she feel like she earned that retention? Does she want a rematch with Maxxine under fair conditions? Or does she become the target of Natalia's rage? The women's division just got a massive injection of storyline potential. We could see Maxxine versus Natayla in what would be an absolutely personal feud. We could see a triple threat situation. We could see new alliances forming and old ones crumbling. And here's the beautiful thing about professional wrestling, these moments, these betrayals, these shocking turns, this is what creates the stories we remember forever. This is what makes us invested. This is what makes us tune in next week because we need to know what happens next. So what did you think of Natalia's shocking betrayal? Do you think she was justified in her frustration, even if her actions were wrong? Are you Team Maxxine and want to see her get revenge? Or do you think the Queen of Hearts is about to embark on the most dominant run of her entire career? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. That's what Suplex Rumble is all about, celebrating this incredible art form we all love. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already because we've got so much more amazing wrestling content coming your way. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. Share this video with your wrestling friends because moments like this need to be talked about. This is the kind of storytelling that reminds us why we fell in love with professional wrestling in the first place. I'm your host, and until next time, keep those marks alive, keep supporting the business, and remember, in wrestling, anything can happen. This has been Suplex Rumble, where the passion meets the canvas. I'll see you in the next one.